David, you know, it's interesting because the text was closed at about 10:45 last night. So anything that Rubio or anybody else would be talking about today, I mean, they mean it when they say closed text. So what is this? Is this a political move? He's not really going to let this legislation come down on his no, or do you think he would?
Welcome to the legislative process, right? Bills can be changed up until the time that there's an actual vote.
Even though they
two,
say the code, the text is
just
closed.
a deadline.
Oh, that's interesting.
Probably a guideline.
Rules
than a
are just
deadline.
suggestions.
Yes.
Just like for the rest of us.
It's also
apparently
been interesting. Every meeting that I've been to at the White House talking about tax reform, the message has been very clear. The president wants it to help the middle class. He wants it to have companies bring in offshore money back to the U.S. to be able to invest. He wants it to be able to create jobs. This bill does that. And it's essential that Republicans pass this bill. And the second part that is equally important is that Republicans get out there and promote what we've done with this tax bill. Coverage has been it's bad. It only hurts. It only helps the wealthiest. If everything you hear about this bill is a negative, of course you're going to have a negative opinion. And Dems like to point to.
I don't think it's the negatives from Dems necessarily that people are honing in on. It's the lack of excitement that we have seen around, even from Republicans on this, David. Why haven't you seen them jubilant? I mean, why aren't they treating this or selling this like it is the absolute best plan?
Well, we got to get a final bill, and you make an excellent point. We could be better cheerleaders for what we're doing because there is a lot of good in this bill. For all of those folks who don't want to have to pay for a health care plan they don't want, the individual mandate will be gone. We're going to repeal that. We're going to give a child tax credit. The bill looks at helping to double the standard deduction. It looks to bring more.
Is there wiggle room on the corporate tax rate? Is that going to go up?
To be determined. I mean, they want a bill passed.
That would help you pay for what Rubio is talking about.
It
It
would.
might even make a dent a little bit more in the SALT deduction if that's being pressed as well behind the scenes.
Absolutely. You know, there's also an aspect of this that's not being talked about, and that's the deregulations that the Trump administration are doing. We're looking at maybe $8 billion. Let me give you an example. You'll be able to encourage more innovation for hybrid batteries in cars. We're looking at they've done deregulations where you have it easier for small businesses to get loans. There are a lot of deregulations that are being taken off the books that are going to help everyday Americans, and it's going to save our government lots of money.